안녕하세요. Hello everyone, I'm Hwayangjok. The goal of this program, More Than Kimchi, is to help you to discover some of the most authentic recipes of Korean cuisine. Today we are honored to have as our instructor Mrs. Han Bong-yeong. 선생님 안녕하세요. Who is one of the most prominent Korean specialists carrying down the old traditional court dishes. And we also have Curtis Watts here, who will help us to prepare today's special menu. Hi.
안녕하세요.
Thanks for coming. So today we are making a dish called Hwayangjok, one of the most popular Korean court dishes. Since we're gonna have so many ingredients to prepare this dish, so why don't we start with the ingredients first? Is first going to make a sauce, seasoning sauce for beef and the mushrooms. Okay. Yeah.
Like a bowl?
No, I have it over here. Yeah. You put a little bit of soy sauce.
그다음에 간장에 반
Yeah.
설탕을
Yeah.
넣어주시고요.
I put a little bit of soy sauce.
그다음에 파,
Yeah.
마늘 다진 거,
Yeah.
깨소금,
Yeah.
후추,
Yeah.
참기름. 네. 이렇게
선생님 저 참기름 좀
들어가거든요.
조금
네,
넣어주시겠어요?
드릴게요. 네. 이렇게
All this
하셔서
main sauce in Korean sauce. They all mix it together.
This is
Yeah.
the Korean magic for meat.
That's right. Like 불고기 양념.
예, 채소 양념 해야
예.
되거든요. 채소 양념은
So this will be for the meat sauce.
소금 양념을 해야
아,
돼요.
예. 예. 선생님이 주시면
소금,
좋겠군요.
네, 소금 넣고 그다음에 기름
예.
넣어주시고요.
So these are vegetable sauce. We just finished making meat sauce, and this will be a sauce for vegetable.
파,
예.
마늘
예.
넣어서 넣으신 다음에
예.
이것도 이렇게 섞어놔서
예.
여기 지금 고기는
예.
이게 젓감이라고 그러거든요.
예,
저쪽에
예.
있습니다. 그래서 이렇게 해가지고
예.
칼질을 해서
예. 그게 아마 부드럽게 하려고
연하게
그러겠죠?
하느라고.
So you scorch the meat, already done a little bit that way. So that way the meat is tender. And also I think it absorbs the sauce better by doing those
From both
things.
sides?
For both sides, yeah.
Okay.
But you are not cutting all the way,
No, no,
but
just-
very gently, right?
Breaking.
Right.
그렇죠.
And because this, 표고버섯, the Chinese mushroom, we are using it for skewer. So you try to find a bigger one. This is rather, large size. So
And-
that will work for this kind of recipe.
They come dry, then you soak
Right.
them in water.
So what you do is soak in hot water for a while, for about an hour or so. That way, the shape is nice and soft.
Do you want them
Yeah.
thick pieces,
You
right?
cut about 1 centimeter width. A little bit thicker, Curtis.
Sure.
그래서 이거를 갖다가 지금
예.
고기를
Mix
add
with
mine with
mine.
yours.
Right.
네,
Okay, the meat goes into the
Right.
재워놔요.
With the
예.
sauce.
그다음에
So marinating with the meat sauce, you have to leave a little bit left for the 표고버섯.
네, 이렇게 해서
네.
재워 놓으세요. 이렇게 하시면 되고요.
So
Now where will
here
this-
ours will be over here.
Okay.
You put that down, and also we'll marinate the mushrooms with the same sauce. Mix it over.
You don't mind if I use my hands?
No,
right?
that's what you need to do with Korean cooking, I think. You're doing pretty good. Already get used to cooking Korean food.
Okay.
Okay, put it one side. So these are the sauce we made, a soy sauce, with a lot of different spices.
네, 됐죠?
네. So before we prepare this vegetable seasoning, it's the next step that we're going to use this.
그래서 그것을 갖다가
And then we'll use the sauce on a carrot while Mrs. Han is doing 도라지.
이렇게 해서 붙여주시면 되죠.
Very
Smells
nice
great.
color, yes, and very nice color after we cooked. We just put it in a cold water and now mixing with the vegetable seasoning.
Han, we use a frying pan, right?
So while Mrs. Han is cooking 도라지, we'll cook the carrot.
예.
So it's important to separate the vegetable. That way we keep the color fresh. And we can also adjust the time of cooking depending on the vegetable you're
So
using.
just add the carrots?
Uh-huh. And then we'll just do stir fry. So that's why we are cooking everything separate and seasoned separately too. That's a very important thing, I guess.
한번 삶아낸 거니까
Yeah,
다시 조금만 볶으세요.
yeah. So this is already, boiled before.
It's
So
already
the
cooked.
important thing is on a high flame in a very short
Short
time.
time.
So you keep it still very crunched.
Kind of like a saute almost.
That's right, yeah. 이게 다 거의 준비가 됐겠군요. Almost ready now. Yeah. Yeah. 여기다 꺼낼까요, 선생님?
네, 거기다
예.
꺼내주셔도 되겠어요.
We'll put the
Halfway?
carrots.
On half the plate?
both.
예, 그렇게 빼내시고
Little bit?
Yeah, the whole thing. Yeah,
식혀주세요.
take it out.
그리고
And we need to cool
고기
it
다시
down.
한번 그 볶아내주세요.
Yeah.
거기다가
Would you put the
푸시해서.
pan back? And then it's cucumber. Cucumber is the same way. We want to use on a high flame in a very short time. Yeah,
그다음에 표고버섯.
yeah. And then after stir fry, take it out there. And next step is the beef we made that Mrs. Han is stir frying. 이것도 선생님 같이 할까요?
그렇죠. 같이 하는 게
예.
좋겠어요. 한쪽은 저기
예.
저 꺼내주신 다음에
네.
Just add on
고기를
top?
갖다가
Yeah.
Oh, because
sure.
it's going to be skewers, so
Right.
we'll just keep it
Uh-huh.
separated.
So while Mrs. Han is cooking those 표고버섯, we'll cook the meat.
All right.
And now this is whole one piece. The reason is, when beef is cooked, it shrinks its size. So we
Right.
don't want to make it strips yet after
won't
we
be
cook.
sure of the correct
right.
size.
We'll cook it together here. Smells really wonderful.
I'm hungry already.
Yes. It's going to turn out very nice. You get all the different colors. We have carrots and then cucumber. And then also we have this 도라지 there. All different colors. Yeah. But we need to cool it up, so we'll spread it a little bit. So these are the egg omelet, we sometimes make in Korean food. But this time we need to make it thicker because we'll cut them in strips and then use those skewer. So as you can see, egg whites and egg yolks, and make it fairly thick, about 1 centimeters.
예, 고기
그렇게 하죠,
좀
선생님?
주시겠어요?
Yeah. 아, 그렇게 할까요, 선생님?
그러면
The beef is all cooked. We'll pass one
주시고요.
piece to Mrs.
이것은
Han.
아까 채소 썰듯이
아, 예,
썰어주시면 되겠어요.
And then we'll cut the egg about the same thickness as we did as a vegetable, about 1 centimeter wide. 그죠, 선생님?
네, 저는 이 고기 익은 것을
Yeah.
이렇게 썰겠습니다. 그러니까 반듯하게 되잖아요.
Yeah. So with this dish, it's very important. All the shapes are very even and nice, same length.
Gives a nice harmony to
Yes,
the meal.
yeah, all, color-wise and also the ingredient-wise to all different kinds. So could you
다 이제
put,
마련을
Yeah.
했어요.
Get my yellows away from my
right.
whites.
and then white and then green here.
Very nice.
So with this, when you put them on skewer, keep that color combination in mind because you don't want to put the same colors together. So make it a nice contrast. So Mrs. Han already arranged the color combination the way she would like to put it on skewers.
예, 그러니까 제일
So,
먼저
yeah.
이게 꼬치가 좀
Here?
길어야 되고요.
아, 예, 예.
가운데를
예.
가지고
First the mushroom.
Yeah.
가운데로
In the-
이렇게
right in the center?
그다음에
예.
흰색, 검정색이니까
Yeah.
흰색. 그다음에 노랑.
Well, I've been
Yeah.
around the world and I've seen a lot of different kind of kebabs, but I don't think I've seen anything this pretty.
Not as pretty as this.
오이.
This is court dish after all. We serve this to kings and the royal family. It has to be neat and nice. That's right. When I introduced the ingredients, we also had a mussels. So let's see how we're going to cook this soy sauce mussels. So first you are making, the sauce to put the 홍합, which is mussels, and the name of this is 홍합초. And 초 usually means you are cooking for a long time in soy sauce mixture. So that's exactly what we are doing with the soy sauce and some water and then sugar. And because it's seafood, we also have some ginger inside.
많이 끓이셨어요? 그렇게 해서
Looks pretty good.
I figured I'd make a couple extra.
So here we are making a pine nut sauce. Here she has sesame oil and some salt, and then these are very finely chopped
근데 이제-
pine nuts here.
네, 여기다가
Yeah.
물을 조금씩
Yeah,
넣으면서
yeah.
해야 돼요.
It really becomes like a cream texture.
예,
So just mixing with water and then the pine nuts.
네. 이렇게 해서 나중에
yeah.
발라서
Yeah,
먹거든요.
yeah.
그리고
소스는 요것만 하면 다
그렇죠,
되는
요것만
건가요?
하면
It's
되죠.
very simple sauce, but
네.
smells really good. The pine nut sauce.
네.
So basically, you have pine nuts, salt, water, and sesame oil. That's it.
네.
And-
녹말을
This is cornstarch that
Right,
she's
starch.
putting,
같아요. 이게 녹말을 여기다 넣고 물을
Yeah.
똑같이 타야
Yeah.
돼요.
그러니까 같은 양이겠군요.
그렇죠.
Same amount
예,
water
같은
and then the
하셔가지고.
cornstarch.
예, 이렇게 하셔서
Yeah.
이게 거의 다 이렇게 이제 조란색이
예, 예.
되면은
예.
그때 가서 녹말 물을 집어넣어야 되죠.
Yeah.
그러니까 윤기가 나게 하면서도 맛있게 보여요.
Yeah.
That's really neat.
Right. So there's a two purpose of this in cornstarch mixture. You wanna, thicken the mixture, the liquid, and also it will give a kind of nice shiny look to the mussels.
네, 기름하고
And at the last minute,
이렇게 넣어서
The sesame oil seems to be always the last touch.
it's, yes, that way you keep the fresh aroma, with the ingredients.
이렇게 해서
예.
이거는 끝내면 되는
Yeah,
거예요.
yeah. Smells really good. It looks like it's all done here. So this will be our final stage of assembling it. So shall we put those on this dish there?
네,
Oh.
들렸죠. 그러니까
예.
색을 똑같이 하라는 것이 이렇게 돼야 되는데
That's
만약에
right.
바꿔끼면 어지럽게 되잖아요.
That's right. Yeah, that's very important.
Kind of a pinwheel.
Right. So that's why you need to put the colors all in same order. That way, once it's set, looks really pretty.
그 다음에 이 홍합을
Yeah.
가운데 담아주는 거예요.
The smell is really wonderful.
Yeah, so it's very beautiful.
Yeah, very pretty. No wonder you are serving this to the king.
Yeah.
So here, this is our finished product called Hwayangjok. So shall we take a look at the whole procedure one more time for you?
This Yangdong village, situated near Gyeongju, southern Korea, is one of the many places where traditional family recipes are carried down generation after generation. Designated as one of the Phug villages of Korea, there are at least 150 small and large houses of traditional architecture that were built more than 2 centuries ago. In these houses, Sun and Yi families managed to keep up their traditional lifestyles of the nobles and scholars at the time. The head of the household, Lee Yeon-jok, is renowned as an outstanding scholar through his many writings and essays. And his wife, Chung Young-gyu, has been able to carry on the long tradition of family recipe in this household. Most of the fresh ingredients, including green onion, garlic, dates, citron, and other herbs, are grown domestically. Herein lies the secret of the family recipe. Smell of unpolluted earth and water from fresh garden vegetables. The insistence in using the domestically grown ingredients is what makes it impossible to obtain the same taste when prepared elsewhere. Included in the wide range of recipes are various seafood dishes, as well as a great variety of rice cakes known as 떡 in Korean. And of these dishes, 느리미 산적 has received considerable public attention and appreciation. It is basically prepared by alternately mounting meat and vegetables on long skewers, immersing them in seasoning sauce to be cooked in a shallow frying pan. Needless to say, it is excellent in taste and nutrition. These hanjak recipes originate from the ancient practice of grilling various meats and fish in open-air fire using sticks. During the ancient times when food came from wild hunting, prey such as deer, pheasants, and wild boars were the popular meat used for barbecues. And it was not unusual to alternate fish and beef on their skewers. There really is no limit to how the ingredients and cooking methods may be varied then and now. Mrs. Lee had learned to cook with the guidance of her own mother before marriage. With no doubt, these precious recipes will eventually be handed down to her daughters and daughters-in-law to extend the line of tradition, as it is usually the case that the secrets of family recipes are carried down from mothers to daughters. Having seen the Yangdong village of Gyeongju and the actual household where these particular dishes are prepared, it is no wonder why these family recipes are being handed down over generations with great pride and affection.
Wow, they look so pretty. I will be afraid of teaching it. Could you show us how to start first? Then we'll follow you.
The proper way.
Yes.
Royal food.
이렇게 해서 꼬치가 있을 때 하나씩 갖다
예.
놓기가 편하잖아요.
아, 그렇군요,
예,
선생님.
그런 다음에 아까 잣즙 만들었죠?
예,
우리가
예.
이걸 가지고 이렇게 이거 드릴게요.
예, 그걸로 할까요,
네,
선생님?
이렇게 하셔서
예.
좋습니다.
And then you will
예,
put the
그걸
pine nut sauce. Smells wonderful.
네, 이렇게 하셔서
Yeah.
이렇게
So that's why you have this extra stick left. You know, Mrs. Han didn't chop both sides. One, you have it, so you can hold it
하셔서
and then separate each piece. This is, you know, it's incredible. You cook each individual ingredient separate, and you still can feel the distinctive flavor of each ingredient as you eat. This is very nice, especially with the pine nut sauce. Very good combination. Isn't that neat? Feel like being a king now? Now you're served. This is wonderful.
It actually still has its crunch.
Yeah, right.
Didn't lose.
Right. In some way, it gets chewier. The cucumber becomes chewier when you prepare this way. It's very nice. You know, also the combination of these mussels and this kind of red or blended vegetable goes very well. You
Yes.
should try that.
I get so happy about the kebabs. Forget about
very
the
good.
mussels.
이 홍합 대신에 다른 것도 쓸 수
예,
있을까요, 선생님?
전복을 또 많이 쓸 수가 있어요.
네, 네.
그 앞 가운데 놓는 건 해물 종류여야 되는데
예, 예.
질감이 이렇게 쫄깃쫄깃한
예, 예.
그런 전복이나 홍합 이런 것이 좋죠.
Ah, yeah, abalone, my favorite seafood. So you can substitute abalone instead of the mussels. Very nice.
It's very nice.
그래서 선생님 여기서는 진짜 이 색깔이 굉장히 중요하고요.
네, 그렇죠.
네. You know, this color reminds you of Korean dress. Have you seen the woman's traditional clothes that the sleeves has all different colors? Very festive. You know, it
한복,
reminds
한복.
hanbok, right? The chogori part. You will see oftentimes children's
네,
clothing.
그렇죠.
So this we would prepare on a special, you know, days or holidays. Very appropriate. Today we made a dish called Hwayangjok, Korean-style kebabs, using many different ingredients. Even though it takes time and effort, I think the result is exceptional in terms of both presentation and nutrition. I'm sure you will agree that it's worth the effort at the end. I'd like to thank Mrs. Han and Curtis for joining me today. And we'll come back next week with another great recipe. Until then, 안녕히 계세요.